So our MVP community and all the community members have a critical role in defining our roadmap and where we're heading. When creating the roadmap, we get feedback from a lot of stakeholders, both internal as well as external. But the MVPs in this case are some of our most intimate community members. They have access to a lot of information ahead of everybody else, and they guide us, they give us feedback on what we're doing, they let us know when we're going on a wrong path, and they also come with a lot of functional improvements and comments that help us move forward. So usually what I've seen is that our community members, they're usually experts in our core products. So those are Studio, Orchestrator, Robot, Attended, Unattended. Obviously, our platform has grown a lot in the last year with the addition of a lot of new capabilities, not necessarily new products, I call them new capabilities, right? So spending the time to learn more about what's new and actually testing them out and then learning how to present them to customers and growing to be experts in those areas, I think this is going to help them be more of a round MVP, a round community member, right? And there's a lot of new capabilities that we've added in the past, and in this last cycle, I think we spent a lot of time improving some of the new things that we've added. If I'm not mistaken, the only new product that we added is communications mining, right? That came through an acquisition, and it's an amazing product. It really opens up new ways of being able to ingest content, ingest a new way to understand email-based communications, and not just email-based communications, and extract meaning from that, and then drive automation forward. Yeah, I think we're all aware of what's happening in the world with OpenAI and GPT and all these large language models that came out, and everybody's very curious. I don't think there's anyone that I know that haven't tested ChatGPT to see what it can do, and everybody's really amazed. The question is, how can you take that power and bring it back into the context of your existing work, right? And we are doing a lot of that as part of our platform. Again, communications mining is one example where we are actually leveraging directly LLMs, but that's not the only place where we have this, or the only place where you, as an MVP, as a community, as a customer, can use it. We've actually recently released a set of activities through integration service that allows any automation to be able to call these services and get answers back and then move on. So whenever you have to do things like classify information, for example, you have some text and you want to know, what is this? Is this an invoice? Is this a receipt? Is it a contract? Is this customer angry at us or not, right? You can take the text, pass it over to something like a GPT endpoint, get the answer back, and move on from there. So it's extremely useful in the existing automations, just enhancing your existing automation with these new capabilities. And it's really one click away. There's not a lot of things that you have to do. At UiPath, we've been leveraging AI since, when I joined 5 years ago, 6 years ago almost, right? So AI is already present within what we're doing, whether we're talking about document understanding, AI Center, even UI automation. There's parts of AI that we're using in Studio even. It's already there. I think that what's happening now in the world is just opened our eyes, and a lot of new capabilities have opened up, so that we, as a company, we can leverage even more of these things with these large language models, right? So what I think you're going to see is AI being really used across all of our products a lot more, and being more obvious when you're using it. Probably one of the most obvious things that people expect are like, okay, can I describe an automation in words? And then can that be automatically created into Studio so that I can get a template that I can start with, right? This is just one example that I believe everybody is expecting. But the reality is that this can be applied across almost all of our products, and it will be probably. Yeah, so if you follow any of the things that are happening in the world around AI, you will see that there's a lot of debate around security, AI security, right? Going from Elon Musk all the way to some lead developers at Google, and everybody is expressing their concerns around the fact that AGIs are going to grow and we're going to live in a world that is going to be a lot more complex than what we have today, and we have to have rules in place. And I think that applies to us as well. When we are offering our developers the ability to use these models to be able to better automate whatever they're doing, we have to make sure that we give them this ability with a lot of security in mind, making sure that whatever they're doing, they're aware and they understand very well what they're using and how they're using this, right? And governance in the sense that, as a company, you want to know who's using what and how are they using it, so that you can govern it and so that you can control what's happening in your automation environment, right? And this is happening mostly with our developer tools. But we also have tools that we're offering to the end users. Clipboard AI is an example of such a tool, right? The vision there is that we're reinventing copy and pasting, basically taking information from left and pasting it from semi-structured to structured data, for example. And this is where we're actually using a lot of these capabilities. There's a lot of heuristics, there's a lot of AI models that are being trained so that we offer our users the right experience. And one of the guiding principles that we have there is that whatever we do, we don't actually click the submit button, right? So the data is not saved. The user has the opportunity to review what the AI has generated before actually using it. Why? Because an AI, it's not predictable in general, right? So you don't know, it might make mistakes. So you want to give the users the opportunity to fix those mistakes before the data being generated is now part of your systems. Common use case for Clipboard AI would be, for example, somebody that works in finance. Okay, maybe they receive a purchase order through email or some other means. They look at that file. It might be an image, a JPEG file, a photo of a document, right? And they need to take that data and put it into SAP, right? Usually these users are trained on how to do that. They open the document, they open SAP, they go to the right screen, and then they start copy and pasting every single field. What Clipboard AI is going to enable them to do is literally look at the purchase order, say, I want to copy this, and all the data is going to be automatically extracted from that document, right? And then go into SAP and say, now I want to paste this data into SAP. And Clipboard AI will know how to match the data on the invoice, on the purchase order, with the actual fields on the SAP screens and type in data in the right fields one by one. So this is very powerful, and actually, our goal is, and our vision is that this will save a lot of time for these business users. Whenever you don't have access to an RPA developer to actually automate the whole process for you, you can actually do it yourselves a lot faster.